We're back.
We are back.
SpeakEasy.
What's happening?
Season 4.
Season 4.
Episode 4.
Cuatro. Spanish. Four.
I'm Jae Sypher. With me always is Nico. Hey.
You already know. What's happening?
What's going on, man? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hell yeah.
We are here.
It's been a long 3 weeks. And we took another week in between.
Yeah, we've taken some hiatus.
Kind of build up the suspense a little bit for you guys. And
absence makes the heart grow fonder.
That's right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe more of you guys will subscribe and hit those notifications.
Right?
Maybe.
You'll get the notice.
So real quick before we start, I just want to do some real quick moment of silence for our people out in Ruidoso.
Absolutely.
Just real quick, just a couple seconds, just if you can with me, just real quick. You know, they've been going through some tragic events out there, some unprecedented fires, something I think the little village has never seen before.
Yeah. Not to this caliber.
Not to this caliber.
No.
I know there's three or four different ones right now.
Yes.
Going.
Yes. 3 major, huge ones.
The town's never been evacuated, right? And from what I hear, and since the existence of the village or whatever.
A full-scale evacuation.
Full-scale evacuation. Yeah. And so my heart, my thoughts, my prayers go with everybody affected, dealing with all these fires.
Absolutely.
Going through it. If there's anything we can do, holler, slide in those DMs. We do have a donation box set up at 1300 Al Paseo.
Suite 280. It's a Purple Haven dispensary.
Yep. And we're taking any non-perishables, waters, hygiene products, clothes. They said they need blankets. Blankets are a big thing that they need. It is a little bit chilly up there. So drop them off with us. I know Cinder Cannabis has one. Yes. Amador has one.
The Amador complex.
There's a couple spots in town that have donation boxes. So if you have any extra products, items, canned food items, slide on through and go and drop those off, because it's I think stuff like that and times like these are huge. You know what I mean?
It really is huge. And this is unfortunate, and this might seem a little crass to speak about, especially in such dire circumstances, but I've said it in different podcasts of being able to travel the nation and only coming across certain states that are about their state, not about the city they're from, but the actual state that they represent, and about supporting local. Right. This is the forefront of what it means to support your community.
Yeah, 100%.
We've done multiple benefits, multiple donations, multiple charitable events,
right.
And it's going out for good causes. We're not just saying we just get a wild hair, but this is something that is literally affecting the livelihood of people that have lost homes.
Almost everything,
literally. Yeah. Homes, businesses. The evacuation was whatever you're wearing and a backpack.
Yeah,
and
they
get
told
the hell
them
not to take anything.
Not to
just
clean up their yard or hose down their houses or grab all their. They just said go.
Just go.
And everybody kind of, I think, left in a panic. I know getting out was a big deal.
That was pandemonium.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was crazy.
Our thoughts, our prayers are with you guys. Like I said, if there's anything else we can do, slide into those DMs. We raise awareness as much as we can. We use our platform as much as we can to raise awareness for this. So let us know if there's anything else we can do to help and just lend a hand. I mean, be human, right?
Right.
I mean, I think that's...
Be a good person.
Yeah.
People are in need. Go help them.
Yeah, we're not asking for anything out of this. We're not asking for money or nothing. We just do it just to help. So
yes,
if there's anything we can do, holler at us. Let us know what we can do. Yeah. With that, we're gonna turn the page a little bit. We're gonna talk about some charities we did over the past couple weeks.
Speaking of,
and speaking of giving back, we did a backpack drive.
Backpack drive.
La Clínica de Familia.
Shout out to La Clínica de Familia. I'm sorry I wasn't here for that. I know we did the little promo here where we got.
Yeah, on the real, I missed you on that one. So I'm doing my thing.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing my thing with the backpacks and with the clubs and doing what I got to do there. And they're like, "Psych, let's go live. Let's go." And you know me, when I'm out with the crew, I don't like to jump on live.
Yep.
I like to let somebody else do it. I like to be me in my environment.
That's you and yours,
I mean?
absolutely.
And so they're like, "Let's go live," and I'm like,
Where the fuck's Dom?
Let me go unload these backpacks real quick.
Anything to stay away from the camera. You're on live.
I took some pictures. I took some videos. It was a great turnout. We did, it was about 90 backpacks.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
The VFW donated like $500 in school supplies.
Oh, shit.
So like, there are some people who only just brought backpacks. They were able to fill those and fill it up with like supplies that they had.
I brought 3 bags.
Yeah, so that's cool. You know what I mean? So they still had a bunch of supplies to give just in case like all the backpacks weren't filled with what they needed to be filled with.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's cool.
That's great.
Shout
out to the VFW.
We showed up. We brought them all to the VFW. We showed up. We all rode together. We showed up to La Clínica de Familia, all the motorcycle clubs, and they had some hot dogs, some hamburgers for us.
Okay, sweet.
They had some cold drinks. It was a hot Saturday.
Oh,
so
I bet. I was actually going to ask, it's like everything gets dropped off to a location, and then all of the motorcycles do a parade, or
yeah. So we all dropped them off at the VFW. It was kind of like the drop off point.
Okay.
And then we all rode together, if you would,
mm-hmm.
to the La Clínica de Familia.
Sweet.
And then they had some kids there. They checked out the bikes. They're real happy to kind of see it. You know what I mean?
That's great.
And
hell yeah.
They don't bring everybody just because a lot of them are sheltered. A lot of them, are going through this and that. And,
yeah, absolutely.
So the ones that could make it made it. And like I said, they had popcorn. They had popsicles. They had food. They had
popsicles.
Chips.
Yes.
Yeah. They had drinks for us. So that was super, super cool. And just giving back to them and knowing that stuff is gonna go to somebody really, really in need. I'm not saying people aren't in need, but these kids are really, really in need.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And we touch about it when we talk about the benefits and the charity events that we do. It's just it's going back to our community, and it's not to knock any other community. We understand that there are individuals in need through all communities throughout. You know what I mean? But there's something to behold and cherish when it's for our own. I don't mean it to sound selfish.
No.
You know what I mean?
We see that a lot, like with like some of the toy runs they do, like the Toys for Tots, for example. It's a perfect example.
Yep.
They were doing it here in town for a while. All those toys were going correct me if I'm wrong, they were going to like California, like Arizona, like their main hub, and then they would go and distribute from there. Right? It's like the one that the Marines put on. And so they didn't necessarily go back to our community. Right?
Yeah.
This does.
This
directly goes back to our people.
Directly back.
The people that are struggling here. You know what I mean? So that's cool. I love doing stuff like that directly benefits our community, our town. Whole
heartfelt with that one. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's been happening. Summer, I think, is almost fully here. It's
June 20th is the official summer is here, which if you live anywhere in the Southwest Desert, New Mexico, Nevada,
feels like summer.
AZ, it's fucking summer come like the end of April.
It definitely feels like
the official summer date can kiss my ass. Okay, it doesn't exist.
Stay cool, stay hydrated, do those things to stay cool, stay hydrated. Some river safety advice.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know in the internet, in the interweb world, here in Las Cruces, we have the Rio Grande River that runs north and south, about stone's throw away that way. And we have an annual event called Raft the Rio, to which people build their own rafts and they float the Rio.
And so it doesn't flow year round.
It doesn't flow year round. This is not a constant river.
Yeah, they release it around maybe Mother's Day, give or take.
Give or take, yeah.
And then they stop it like around September.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we only get like a few months of the Rio Grande, and they direct water to.
And it's mainly for irrigation. Like it's not like, oh, here's a river you can go to. No, this is like shit water for the orchards and fields that we have. So it's not like float life and river life is a thing here. It's really not.
It's not. We get a couple months out of it out of a year, but everybody goes ham. Everybody wants to jump in the river.
Ham.
Everybody wants to stay cool. Everybody wants to do the fun things that entail being around the river. It's barbecuing, drinking. Getting crazy, fishing, and floating and rafting the river is a big thing around here when it happens. So there's been some things that had happened lately. There's been one for sure death in the area. So you guys be safe when you're out there. Wear those life vests, man. And I know nobody wants to be out there in a freaking life preserver and a life vest, but man,
they help. They save lives. There's a reason why they were created in the first place.
Yeah. Don't underestimate those currents. Those currents are crazy. They can They pulled me under before.
Yep. Especially when you're close to the dams.
Oh yeah,
That undertake is
like, those are just wild.
Yeah.
But even in just the other spots like La Llorona Park is a crazy one. They got some like real heavy currents that'll pull you down.
Prayers to the families or the family that just had a loss. So condolences. That's no joke out there, man.
Yeah, it's no joke. And just know your surroundings. Tell people when you're going out there.
Yeah, you know keep in constant communication. Yeah. Like, hey,
have your drop-off points, have your meet-up points.
Yes.
Sometimes you can misjudge those points if you gotta walk without no shoes into the dirt and try to calculate your time right. You know, sometimes it takes longer than it really. You know, you be out there 5-6 hours and you only go a mile, 2 miles down the road. You know what I mean? So know how long it takes. Calculate it properly. Yeah. Wear your sunblock. Drink your water.
Whole lot of sunblock. Whole lot of water.
Stay hydrated, especially if you're drinking. And then those rules, those simple rules like wait 30 minutes after you eat. Wait 30 minutes after you drink, because real
cramps
talk,
are a thing.
Cramps are a thing. They are legit.
Hurt, man.
Yeah. And
screw that.
So that's just some little tips for you out there rafting the river and
stay safe, common sense, keep in contact.
Yeah.
Follow the salute.
Yeah. What else do we got? We got anything else?
One more thing.
Yes.
The Fiesta de San Juan.
Hey, turtle races
in Tortugas, Nuevo Mexico, my little pueblo right down the road. The annual event. There is live music. There are vendors, a whole lot of food, and yes, turtle races.
Hey.
So if you got a box turtle, if you got a tortoise, if you got anything with a shell that could kind of move, it's actually kind of cool. They just have like little lanes set up, and you just set your turtle down, and your market's set. And some of them don't even fucking move.
That's a good time, man. I remember as a kid going back there. They used to do the baseball tournaments around the same time.
Yep.
And
now it's a golf tournament.
Really?
Yeah, it's the
baseball.
It's the 17th annual Tortugas Open.
Oh.
Right at
How about that?
New Mexico State Golf Course. So
how about that?
They get out there, and I think the corporation. Anybody that plays golf that's within the corporation of Tortugas, I think they get like a discount or something. And
wow.
And everyone goes out there and plays, and it's all benefit going, I think, towards the corporation of the Pueblo of Tortugas and as well as the parish. So
damn, back in our day it was baseball.
Baseball
was huge in the Pueblo.
Huge.
It was like
because it's right across the street from the church.
Yeah, so they would have that little park across the street from
watch
the church,
baseball.
And you would have tournaments the whole weekend, right?
The whole weekend.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, I was on a team, and we did the tournament, and we got eliminated the first round, and so they cherry picked me to pitch for their team, and the parents were so mad.
I think I was playing that.
Yeah, I remember like the outrage of me pitching. Like the parents were, and they're like, this shouldn't be a thing. Like it was a huge deal.
They don't have a pitcher.
Yeah, they didn't have a pitcher, and so they got me to pitch for their team, and we ended up winning like second or third place in the tournament. The parents were so mad they went.
Your team's off on the side, like the team that you
lost. Like, I played for the Mets. The Mets was all chilling out to the side, goofing off, hanging out.
No,
I was over here
not
for
the Mets
Orioles.
because we were the Tortugas Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's coast to coast.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It was I think the Orioles that I pitched for that year. And we ended up winning.
Mesilla Park.
Yeah, right? I think that was like Matt Montoya's team.
Yes.
And yeah.
Oh God, Josh Limon.
Yeah. All the good players.
Yeah, all the good players. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go pitch for you guys. So we're gonna get first.
Bet.
Yeah, so that's super cool. So we'll end it on that, and how about a real quick word from our sponsors?
Word from our sponsors coming up.
Peace out.
Bam. What up, world? It's your boy Nico. Once again, I look like a nerd because I am one, but I'm here to let you know once again that the summer hours are here for AmtGuard, AMTGARD. You can look that up online, Facebook, Dragon Spine Las Cruces. Now, last time you saw me for this ad was the winter hours that started at noon, but because it gets hotter way earlier, hours are now from 10 a.m. to 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Same location, Apodaca Park. Here's your hours from the winter and now the summer. So if you're looking to go and get artisan to make cool stuff looking like this, or if you just want to get some issues out and hit people with foam swords, there is a place for everybody in AmtGuard. Check us out on Facebook, The New Hours, and we hope to see you soon. Take care, y'all.
Hey.
What's happening?
Welcome back.
We are back.
Shout out to our sponsor,
AmtGuard, AMTGARD.
Hey.
Started in '83 in El Paso, and if you want to go and make really cool necklaces or tunics or hit people with foam swords, you know who to contact.
And now we got
Nico's Can News.
Hey.
No,
Yeah.
thought I put a hole in
So
the
real
ceiling.
quick before you start, I want to shout out a couple people real quick.
Shout outs.
Shout out to the homies at Cinder Cannabis. They slid through and they hooked it up with a bunch of like
Goodies.
goodies.
It's
We got
Christmas
a
night.
Blueberry Firefly.
What is that?
It looks like a cart.
Looks like a cart. Blueberry Firefly.
We got Moon Rocks. I call dibs.
I call going home alone.
We got a Firefly mystery pack.
Mine.
I call dibs. It's a five pack.
Can I get at least one?
And then we got a hash infused rolly because we gotta be safe for the viewings. No, you're good.
The hash infused?
I call dibs.
You call dip on all of it. Is there anything we can smoke right now?
Shout out to Cinder. Yeah, we're gonna spark one up. So shout out to Cinder for coming through
Shout out to Cinder,
providing
hell yeah.
us with some really cool product. We're gonna try it out right now. Shout out to the homies at High Lonesome down there
Cannabis.
in Silver
City.
Shout out to the homies Buffalo Buds for the Buffalo's Bombers.
Buffalo Bomber. Also
And
in Silver.
Don't forget our home sponsor.
Our home sponsor.
Purple Haven.
Purple Haven Dispensary, 1300 El Paseo Road, Suite 280. You already know.
Yep. So, of course, they graced us with a bunch of stuff as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and start.
Some Mary
You
Jane.
let me know what you got on the agenda, and I'm going to puff away. How about that?
That sounds good, bub.
Bub?
So, like we touched on last time, I'm pretty sure everyone within the cannabis community is tired of hearing about it. And believe me when I say we are exhausted about talking about it. But like we said last time, this is affecting everybody within the community, within the culture.
Is it an affect or an effect? Did we ever figure that out?
Affect. It was a correction with somebody asking on one of the groups that I shared our donation post to.
So it's effected.
Affected.
Affected. Not infected.
Never infected.
So you were wrong.
You
said affected.
No, she said E.
Oh, I said effects was FX, like effect, like FX, right?
Yeah, but not effect. Affect.
Affect, yeah.
And not infect.
Infect.
No.
That's what Dom has.
Fuck.
Carry on, sir.
Jesus Christ. This is what I deal with. Interwebs. You see what I deal with. Having a big brother.
Chips.
Eating them chips.
Yeah.
Pork rinds.
Yeah.
Get it right.
The chips.
The
chips, nigga. Give me my chips.
Give me my pork rinds. Favorite chip of Ninja Turtles.
Pork
Moving on. So, going with marijuanamoment.com, where I derive most of my articles and information from. Go ahead and hit them up online, marijuanamoment.com. The administration currently that is in the White House has been chopped for mischaracterizing what is meant for the marijuana rescheduling, saying that the impact is going to be less than what people are expecting, only because of what we had talked about, big tobacco and big pharma waiting in the wings for a lot to fall off and a lot to happen. So big pharma and big tobacco are now, we were talking about they're behind the scenes, they're behind the curtains and the shadows. No, they have made it now known that they are waiting in the wings. They are waiting for certain patents of strains to come up for certain dollar amounts, and they're waiting to
that
have
first door all the way in the back.
A straight foothold in this game.
Was it you? It was me.
Yeah. Stating that the administration is going to be further performing the investigations to, they're going to be looking into the wiping out of offenses. The investigations are going to be going into the smallest of offenses. So individuals getting popped for however many pounds. It's the like the decriminalization of individuals getting jammed up for weed.
So they're gonna get people for the lower stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna bump them off the market too.
Oh, got you.
People that are locked up for pounds
got you.
or the smallest. You have 2 fucking seeds in your car.
Yeah.
So now it's getting brought all the way down and trickling down to everybody for anything that has been a marijuana offense.
Wow.
So the administration right now is trying to get people out of those charges because they're so redundant.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with it going, with legal as it's going, I don't see it sticking or being relevant to holding somebody in a cell for
at all. And especially, so like, here's a little story about me. I got jammed up when I was living in Missouri, going to visit an ex's family in Arkansas.
Is that right?
At the time, Arkansas had just changed their laws.
They're strict, no?
They were
hella strict.
Yeah, it was crazy. It
hella
was
strict, like Texas strict.
Like Texas strict. Like it was, I think, even worse than that. If you got busted with seeds, stems, any type of residue, paraphernalia,
and it's like a white gravy strict.
No, like
we only serve white gravy here.
We only serve white gravy.
Yeah.
There is no other gravy.
No, there is no gravy.
The fact that
so
you
if
think
you
there's
do a
other
little
gravy,
bit of brown gravy.
No, you're going to jail. They don't like brown down there, bro. Like, no, they don't like brown. Gravy is you're going to jail.
Strictly white gravy state.
What do you mean? There's black specks in the gravy? Like, nah.
That's pepper.
No, it's not.
No, doesn't exist. Only white gravy.
White pepper. But it was a Class D felony offense to have like a pipe or a gram or anything. So
like hella strict.
Yeah, so they had changed the laws right before I got jammed up, and I was still looking at Class A misdemeanors for a gram and for a pipe. So I was looking at 2 years.
Damn.
For a gram.
Were they gonna impose that? Like, were they gonna make it stick?
No, the judge was like, it's this and that. You didn't lie to.
So that's why Dom never made it back out to Springfield, Missouri, guys. Now we know why. We hear all of his cooking stories and all of his kitchen war stories about Springfield and being in Missouri. We just never knew why he left. Now we know why he left, right?
Yeah. 2 years federal probation is just not
he said,
the look. I'm
going back to New Mexico.
Not the look.
See you later. Allegedly.
It's like, allegedly. No, this is
everything
no,
said
this
in this
happened.
podcast is a gross exaggeration of what could and possibly could happen. There you go.
This next segment.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, either way. Disclaimer. You got it. Boom. Welcome back. So that's going to be happening. So that's what the administration is going for right now, just trying to just wipe the slate for everybody that's getting jammed up on marijuana charges. Yeah. Now, one thing that is, there was a meeting yesterday right here at City Hall, and that was just for, I guess, Las Cruces.
Saw that. Yeah.
And the southern districts, the ones that are gridlocked. Within the federal checkpoints, and we've been talking about this. We've done it a couple of times.
How much in product have they seized already at the border?
It hurts me to say this. So, as of, because the first report was the heartbreak of February 14th. It wasn't a great Valentine's Day for these people, but as of February 14th to date, over $500,000.
500 racks.
Over $500,000 confiscated or seized.
So check this out. So I'm gonna hit you with the crazy one here. So they seized $500,000 worth of product from manufacturers, distributors, producers, right?
Farms, grow, all of it.
Close to 20% of that should be taxed. It's like 18% should be taxed, right? It should go to the state. So that's over roughly $140,000 that the state didn't get in tax money because the Fed seized it at the border.
Yep.
So the federal government, being the federal government, is withholding close to $150,000 from the state because they want to be greedy and hold up product at the border.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep.
That's wild.
And it goes back to even and this is by state license.
A portion of that, because they tax so much from what they do. You know what I mean?
Think every shipment seized is a percentage off the top.
Off the top.
That's not going back into the state.
Yeah.
It's okay. So businesses are losing out on the revenue. Farms that are sending it out not only just to other dispensaries for sale, but this is product going out to get tested,
right?
In hopes it can make dispensary shelves,
right?
Manufacturers with the wax, with concentrates, edibles, everything is gridlocked right now. We've said it how many times on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, in the interwebs. Yeah. Las Cruces is gridlocked. Southern New Mexico that exists within the federal checkpoints is fucked.
Yeah, and
it's
on top
there's
of that,
no getting past it.
Now there's a testing center here in Las Cruces they've allowed, but
now.
Before that, they had to send all their product up north. To get it tested. So even just getting through to get X amount of product tested up north, they're getting hit.
It's seized.
It's crazy.
With paperwork, legitimate businesses licensed within the state of New Mexico.
Yeah.
In accordance to how the state mandates itself by medicinal and recreational sales. And people are still getting seized Over $500,000 worth of product.
It's crazy.
And off the top, that is how, like you said, how much money is supposed to go back into the state due to taxes. And we're not going to see that.
And we're not going to see it because they're just withholding it and they're not allowing it to go back into the market. And you never know. Maybe some of the product might be expired now. You know what I mean? Like they might not be able to use it.
And it's just sitting there.
Oh, well.
They're not going to store it properly. You fucking know they're not storing it properly. No. It's like, just let it rot.
They got it in some...
Dude, the fucking office smells crazy.
Nah, they got
fucking
it
idiots.
Shed in the back outside.
Yeah.
Rotting in the heat. You know what I mean?
I know how we could train the dogs. Fuck you.
Exactly. They're using it for like mindless training or some shit.
I hate that. Like and more so the fact that, and I'll look dead ass in the camera right now, more so the fact that you are literally robbing the community and culture and industry of the state of New Mexico. You are robbing its patrons of their medicine. You are taking away medicinal value for individuals that don't want to take over the fucking counter pills that are so dangerous to their health and rely on holistic medicine. You fucking feds have seized over $500,000 worth of product that actually helps our people in the community. So guess what? Go fuck yourselves. Okay? Thanks. Kiss my ass.
You heard it from Dom. I mean, it is what it is. But, so can I spin it real quick on something else?
Spin it.
But, so once again, we've been known that there's been a checkpoint. We've been known that they're going to hem you up at the border. If you come from Cruces and you live down here and you with the shit or whatever, you know you can't go to White Sands and take some shit to Ruidoso because you might get hemmed up.
Facts.
Like, it's facts. So why...
Sweating bullets when it's 12 degrees outside.
I get the testing, and I get you gotta get... But you would think, like, they would be a little bit more careful, bro. Like, I wouldn't bring all 22 pounds with me. You know what I mean? If I knew I had to make a trip, I maybe leave a little bit earlier, stop in TRC, hit their store before it opens.
Right.
And then make the trip down to Cruces so you're not having to go back and double back with product. You know what I mean? Like, I be trying to think of smart ways to go about it, not like, oh, well, let's test my nuts. Let's test my nuts versus the feds. And
right.
You're going to lose every single time, my boy, when it comes to feds. You're going to lose. It is what it is. They're the feds. They the alphabet gang for a reason.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
DOJ, DOD, Homeland Defense, kid, like, fuck out of here.
They with the shits. They don't fuck around. So why are you going to test your product and your money in that situation?
Facts. Spend all day on the road to ensure that all product goes out.
I said this comment last time. I'm like, if I were in that situation, I should have hired a coyote to get my shit across on some real shit. You know what I mean? Like, let me kick this guy a couple hundred down. I'll beat your Alamogordo, homie.
How many back roads? Back roads you could get through with at least a 4x4 coverage, dude? Like, no one's gonna go there. Like,
that's on the other side.
Allegedly.
That's how I like to spin it. I like to look at the other perspectives and like think, well, what if you played it
smarter?
You know
not even. And I mean, I
totally
get what
I've
you're saying.
I've been around the game for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yeah,
ins and outs.
And there's,
you know what I mean? And
you can save those story times for a campfire.
Yeah, and some of the 7 years hasn't passed yet. I can't speak about nothing. Everything I say in this podcast is a gross exaggeration of what could and possibly may happen.
Allegedly.
But like you know, like if you from here, you know that those checkpoints are like they go after, like they get a hard on to try to get people busted at those checkpoints. No,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I completely hear and adhere to what you were saying, and at the same time
like,
though, I could attack
one of them. Like Snoop Dogg couldn't even go past, my boy. You know what I mean?
I could still blame the legislation,
how are you going to expect a manufacturer, a no-name manufacturer, yes, sir, go ahead and pass. They let Snoop Dogg's tour bus past that motherfucker. They pulled it. He got somewhere. Didn't he get hemmed up at one of the checkpoints around here? I could have swore he did. I could have swore he did. Maybe the El Paso one, but still.
that sounds more believable.
Don't play either way.
Like on the way to Van Horn, that was fucked up.
You know you're going to go through and you know you're going to get the dogs ran on you.
Right.
Like, I smoked a blunt one time. Was in the Mustang, and I got the dogs ran on me.
Yeah?
And I didn't have nothing. They were like, where's the pounds? I'm like, wait, bro, I got an ounce in my pocket. I'm just trying to go to Phoenix, dog.
Right. Because I don't know nobody in Phoenix, so I'm taking my own shit, dog.
Shit in here, homie. Like, you don't want none of this.
Right. You should ticket me for having garbage, dog. Yeah. Like, I'm driving with litter,
it's
bro.
Lime green, homie.
Nah. But in the same breath, like we talked about last time, we can still blame the legislation for not at least trying. And this goes on to the meeting that was held yesterday.
Sierra Blanca. Yep, they just fact checked it for me. Sierra Blanca.
Sierra Blanca snooped it. All right, we got the fact check team.
Hey,
yes, love it.
He did get him.
He did get jammed up. My bad, Snoop. Actually, no, that ain't us.
It is, you know what I mean? But like that on that, like not even he can go through undetected. You know what I mean? And so like he's Snoop. He's royalty in our eyes. You know what I mean?
Our eyes.
So how are they gonna let some no-name manufacturer come through with their pound? Like it ain't.
That's
they know this, bro.
They should have. Yeah, it should have gone smarter, and
like, I think,
it should have
been
been structured so much more differently.
Look at me. Like let's test the government. Let's go after them. Like it might be on some shit like that, and that's why I feel some type of way. I'm like, ugh. If it was my livelihood, I wouldn't be doing that.
Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to go after that? Like, you know what I mean? But real quick, going after the meeting yesterday. So talking about what's happening at the checkpoints, Congressman. A representative, where's his name? Gabe Vasquez is implementing a bill to block feds from seizing marijuana from state legal businesses at the New Mexico border.
Did he get elected, Vasquez? Oh no, he's been. No. I was thinking somebody else. I was thinking Duran.
No, he's still serving in Congress.
He used to be city council here.
Yes.
All right.
But he's as far as like in Congress and everything. So he's introducing a bill that's going to prevent feds from seizing. So if feds jam up a van that made it past that other border, that international border, right, they get jammed up, they're going to get jammed up. But if a van from a manufacturer, a farm, a production company here,
is it just what they're producing, or can now Snoop Dogg go with his tour van into the federal checkpoint and they can't hem him up?
If he's not,
they introduce that.
If he's not transporting pounds. Oh, that's another thing too, is the implementation, whatever that word is. For this, it passes on a federal level, and it's going to be following like, okay, here's the bill federally, and it's only pretty much targeting our federal checkpoints coming out of New Mexico, but it's also implementing that every state mandates itself for that purpose of being able to cross state lines with product. Because of some counties not being able to, they mandate this way. Well, it's federally legal. So if you live in a dry county in this state, like Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri.
Sure.
Kansas City, Kansas doesn't drink.
Sure.
Kansas City, Missouri gets fucked up.
Sure.
So people from KCK drive over that river. So what's to say that El Paso can't now legally just hop over the border to Sunland Park, grab product, and look at the cop and be like, haha, I can go home, because it's federally legal. So this bill is starting to take steps towards that motion.
Because some of those cops I hear are just posting up right at the border, waiting
for you
to step. Is like, I gotcha.
Waiting for you.
Gotcha.
Guy with the jean shorts, Adidas.
Got him. Yep. That's how they be waiting over there, bro. That shit's crazy.
And then last time we talked about federal agents riding along with certain police departments, as far as sheriffs, stadies.
Yep.
And it's just like they work for the ATF, they work for the DOJ, and it's just like, well, it's legal here. Oh, well, I have a Fed with me, so he could have a wild hair up his ass and jam you up federally.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, fuck you, dude. That's so stupid.
Are
you that bored?
And when it goes federally, like, I feel like there's so many like great incentives, like, to keep everybody like thinking like, yes, like make it go Fed, like hit the Fed market. You know what I mean? But like on the other side, like what we're talking about. And that's why I wanted one of the advocates in here so we can express on that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But maybe a conversation for next time. But
hopefully they can jump in.
I think that's why they're trying to get everybody on board with it, because they're just dangling the fruit in front of them. Like, look how good this is. Like, you want it to be. We won't hem you up as much. But then on the backside of it, for business, it's gonna be
and that's crazy to think about. And that's crazy to think about when discussions prior to this podcast were big pharma or big tobacco buying rights and patents for strains, or buying up those specific farms, to grow. So what's going to be you can't make ibuprofen at your house. You'll get jammed up if you're caught for it, right? Yeah. So what's going to be like, you can't grow fucking Gorilla Glue. Yeah. So now you're going to get...
There's a patent on it.
Yeah, now you're going to get cuffed up for your 3 personal plants? Like...
Yeah. Well, I bet you that won't even be a thing. You won't be able to have personal plants anymore because of that risk.
Right? No seeds, no genetics, clones, babies. Nothing's going to get sold.
No. Fuck. Because now it has to be FDA approved. Mm-hmm. You can't just have a cow, right? And then just, I mean, you can do it, right? And I'm going to butcher it and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? But, you can't go and sell it to anybody. You have that as you, and then if you get sick, somebody can go, or you feed it to somebody, your neighbor or somebody, they get sick, they can go and sue you, whatever, because it's not FDA approved. It's not ran through the proper. I don't know.
What happens when I get the 2 elk steaks and a pound of ground oryx from the homie that just came back from a fucking kill?
You can't sue him for getting sick, can you?
Ah, no, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like, how does that
Yeah. Damn it.
Because he didn't get it from a store. So if you get it from a store, you'd be like, oh, we got sick. Go after that store, whatever. But like, I mean, you can sue the homie, I guess. Yeah, there's no, I don't know.
Gray areas. So much more to research. So much more to think about. So much more to discuss.
We'll end it on that. How about a word from our sponsor?
Word from our sponsors, y'all. Coming up.
Peace out.
What up, world? It's your boy Nico, here to let you know that Dewey the dog hates DUIs. But if you do find yourself in the very unfortunate situation to be getting one, check out the law offices of the one and only Matt Madrid right here in Las Cruces, the best one to get for those needs. So please be safe out there, do your thing, and once again, if you get into that type of trouble, the offices of Matt Madrid, hit them up and take care out there.
Hey.
What's the happening?
Welcome back.
We are back.
Shout out to our sponsor, Matt
Madrid. The law offices
thereof.
You
wanna hit us? I know we hit it like 3 times already.
What's this we shit? You've already said it. You've said it twice.
Hit us with it.
The disclaimer.
Yep.
Anything and everything said or mentioned in this podcast is a
It's a
gross exaggeration of what may or could possibly happen. So if you do find those sticky situations a part of your existence, you know who to contact. Holler at him.
So now we got story time.
Story.
So
time.
normally from story time, we do our kitchen war stories or
horror story.
Yeah, horror story. But lately we have been on a
more positive tip. Yes,
right?
Yes.
So with everything going on in like Ruidoso and the village of Ruidoso and the town and the mountain and everything, we're gonna do our story time for our favorite Ruidoso memory.
I'm here for it. I got a few actually.
Yeah.
I got a few of them.
So you kick it off then. You got them.
So since I got them,
yeah, you got it.
Whoa.
I need something good, real good.
So we're gonna go with
Buffalo Bomber.
Shout out to the commercial spot from earlier and sponsor for this episode, AfterDark. For a long time, this was kind of funny about AfterDark. It was founded in '83 in El Paso, but this event during the summer, the one that I went to last year at up in Santa Fe, right? Sure. It was known as Gathering of the Clans due to political correctness and people being soft in their fifis. Huh?
Like hoods, like clan?
Yeah, I wore a hood earlier in the commercial. Yeah, see what I mean? This is why we had to change the name, because people get this shit in their head. No.
Gathering of the Clans.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I'm telling you. Some of the funniest shit. Bro, some of the funniest shit. Like, my knight and his wife wouldn't be together had Pat not explained to Naomi, like, I'm not going...
Do you know you're brown?
Yeah, you're going to
clan event?
You're just going to hang around?
Dave Chappelle episode?
You're just going to hang around?
Clayton Bigsby? You didn't know he was black?
No, stop. Oh, Lord. So, anyway, now it's called Gathering of the Kingdoms. Fucking squirrel!
Yeah.
And it used to be held... the event was the first to be held. There we go, Sagen again.
Yeah.
And then after the event, AfterDark got its name. So technically, this event is older than AfterDark. So it's the anniversary event, 40 years last year. This event was held at Bonita Lake, right outside Ruidoso, right up the mountain. It was my very first Gathering of the Kingdoms event.
Of the clans.
When it was called that, back in 2005. And I went there till like 2009. It had gotten flooded out after 2009. Again, there was a unfortunate big ass fire. All the ash dropped into the lake. It was a huge thing, So but
your earliest memories of AfterDark and sword fighting and bone fighting was at Ruidoso?
Was at Ruidoso. It was at Bonita Lake.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I mean, I've been going to Ruidoso since I was a kid. Fishing at Bonita Lake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going out to going up should say, going up to Ruidoso Downs, just driving through the mountains. There was that one Pizza Hut off one of the main turns, where you go on the way up to I guess the main path that goes to Bonita Lake. There was a church camp there, so there's a theater right outside of Ruidoso on the way to Bonita that only had one screen.
Oh shit!
And I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade. That's where I watched Lion King for the very first time.
Oh damn!
I was actually at that church camp.
Damn.
It was a summer camp. But they were using the church camp for summer camp. But so like was rock climbing and I remember like tetherball and hiking and everything. And 2nd or 3rd grade, there was just that one movie screen and Lion King was playing.
That's cool.
So like this group of like, it was like 15 of us, you know, a little fucking bunch of little runts everywhere. Go inside and just, you know, like.
That's cool.
But yeah, Amp Guard, Lion King, the Pizza Hut right there off that main drive.
Yeah, that was a good Pizza Hut. That was a good Pizza Hut. That was a staple, I think.
I mean, I want to say like that's probably the best salad bar.
When I think of it like
in a Pizza Hut I've ever been
deep
to.
dish pizza, for whatever reason in my head, I think of that Pizza Hut.
That Pizza Hut.
And having a deep dish, and they had like didn't they Ninja Turtles the little arcade game right there in the front for a while.
They actually had an art, like for a while it was just there was the Ninja Turtle one and there was the flat top Pac-Man Galaga combo.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Right,
yeah.
and then then they built that little room for like another like 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, that's right.
Like fuck, dude.
That was a cool little spot. Yeah,
Growing
I
up
think
going
mine.
through there,
Yeah, I think mine. So we did a lot of my dad took us out to Bonita and we did a lot of fishing out there. So like one of my earliest kind of fishing memories of us going out there was going out there to Bonita Lake and I think Grindstone Lake. Mom, you're gonna hate me for this one, but I think it was out there.
Sorry, Mom.
And so it was me, my little brother, my mom, and my dad. And bless my mom and my dad's heart. They always took us fishing. They always took us everywhere. They took us camping. Like I know how to camp from them. Like I know how to I could go rough it because of them. Like I know how to hunt because of them. Like you know what I mean? Like
facts.
So shout out to them for always
facts.
taking us out there as kids and showing us how to build a fire and those things. So we're out there, we're fishing.
Shout out his folks, shout out my folks. And, taught us right.
And we're next to some trees, and
in the middle of the woods, no way.
It was down near the. I think it was a Grindstone. I want to say Grindstone. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mom. And it was me, my mom, and my little brother. My dad's over here actually fishing. And we're fucking off. Like I got like the rubber weights. You know what I mean? Like my brother has his like Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean, rod? And we're messing around. My mom's fishing. My mom has her rod. She's throwing it out there, and she cocks back and she's getting ready to launch. And she throws it right. It gets hooked in the tree.
Okay.
And so it's hooked, and she's trying to pull it down, and she's pulling it down. And me, I'm always right there trying to make it like, oh, let me help. And so I'm trying to help, and my dad's over there fishing, and she's got her weights on. She's pulling it. Boom! It pulls down, slaps her the weights right in the face. 2 big old knots, right? She's mad. I'm trying to help her. My dad comes up. Let me help you.
Sorry,
Mom, get the hell out of here, you stupid shits. Oh, it was great. It was at the time, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, Mom, oh, shit.
You're hurt. Oh, my God, no.
Greatest memory in the entire world. We're out there fishing, and my mom, nothing happened to her. she might have had a little black eye. We all laughed about it later. We ate some s'mores, and we were camping. But, oh, bro, that's some good times.
Dude.
Went out there as a kid, fishing, doing the damn thing.
S'mores by the lake.
Yeah. And just recently, a couple years ago, we went out with a bunch of friends, and it was actually when I was in support club. All of us, it went up with all of us and our ladies.
Nice.
And, we took some chocolates.
A little bit of chocolate?
No, actually, it was just in the raw, right?
Oh!
Yeah, and we vibed out. We all chilled out. We had a good
moon.
weekend. We got there like on a Friday night, and we left on like on a Sunday.
Allegedly.
Vibed out all weekend. Had a great time. Walked around.
That sounds like a
around
goddamn good weekend. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
It just snowed like the week before. You know what I mean?
Stop.
So it was a whole ass vibe, and I think that was
Yeah.
like one of my best memories of like Ruidoso is just enjoying the nature, enjoying the beauty, the smell. You can walk out the pine cones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, even going on that, I mean, even what, not this past September, but the September before, I went out there with some friends from back in the day, you know, and spent like 3 or 4 days up in that one cabin and just vibed out, woke up in the morning, smoked.
Yeah.
Deer in the front yard. You know, it's like being able to just that freshness, that crispness of being out there, like
and when you
stepping away,
and when you're on,
it's
just a little mush, like it makes it that much more enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like absolutely. When you're vibing out that hard, like you're able to appreciate nature. You're able to appreciate those things a little bit more. Like your friendships, like everybody laughs a little bit harder. So Alex, I'm gonna put him on blast.
Could ride that good.
He's one of our sound guys.
Oh yeah.
Everybody had
little Alex. Shout out to Alex.
Everybody had a 3.5 for themselves.
Oh,
right.
Love it.
And so he never went down that avenue before, right? And so he thought it was just okay, just like, oh.
Not the heroic.
The first night.
Not the heroic dose.
The first night. Shout out Alex.
Oh, shout out Alex for being the hero.
You're a trooper. Bro, he went to his room and he was allegedly stuck in his bed. Melted in his bed all night. Like, we didn't see him. So I think the morning we left, we had to walk, and we walked down to like the river and shit. He came out of his room the whole second day.
Having a full-on conversation with a frog. Was just like, you have no idea the secrets he knows. It's like, oh my God, Alex, you gotta go.
Bro, he vibed out so hard. Shout out, Alex, because only you know what you went through there and experienced and got to deal with because, bro, we did not see him for like a whole last day and a half.
Oh, that is like champion shit. I love it.
Like, we were vibing out, playing like beer pong, like loud as fuck. Like, Jordan got beat up by his girlfriend. Like, the whole shit. Like, the whole shit. Whoa! Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But it was a whole vibe.
Shout out, Jordan. Love you.
It was great. But we'll end it on that.
We'll end on that one.
Sponsors.
Word from our sponsors coming up.
Yo, Joey Sypher here. I'm down here at Oregon Mountain Productions in their wonderful studios. And we can pretty much do anything down here. We do podcasts, recording studios, voiceover, audiobooks. We got different sets to choose from. We got some green screens. So go on, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Oregon Mountain Productions, and book your session now. Later, y'all. Hey,
welcome back. You need a frog in your throat.
Shout out to our sponsor,
Oregon Mountain Productions, OMP.
Yep. So now we got
the Jam Session. Whoa! Yeah. I almost headbanged enough to hit that. That's just a little much.
All right,
we should calm down.
So shout out to our people at Arrogant Marketing. They always put us on.
Always. They really do. Shout out. Thank you very much, guys.
So if you need any marketing, you in the hip hop game, you need your videos out there, slide into their DMs, Arrogant Marketing, and they'll take care of you guys.
Facts.
So they always put us on. They always have the artists that's out there. We always promote local artists.
Yes.
New Mexico artists.
Yep.
Because that's what we do. So
gotta look out for our own.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, because 100%. Nobody else does, right?
Facts. Nobody else does.
So we got to put on the state.
Literally.
Everything we have here is from the state, mostly. So we got, I think the song is called Honey and Tea.
Honey and Tea.
By Jae Santiago
and
Tate, I believe.
Tate?
Yeah. And so you can look him up on YouTube, Honey and Tea, Jae Santiago.
They're out of Albuquerque?
Yeah, they're out of Albuquerque.
Nice. Shout out to the Duke City up north. What's up?
505.
That still breaks my heart.
What?
When New Mexico split, 505 and 575.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we old school though.
We old school.
All right, let's give it a listen.
Let's give it a listen.
Hey man. Oh shit. What is that?
She thick like honey, sweet like sugar, that's a clean thing. They talk is nothing, they just huffing, puffing, preaching. Lit up they function, feel like hunting down the big links. Lit up they post and took some notes, now watch how he shrinks. I never dropped the name, but in the game they never active. I've been about it, shut your mouth, so we can hold you captive. Better get your facts straight that way.
Yes.
Massive, put them up like tax, baby, hit back, babe, we get it cracking. I'm in your city, they fuck with me, now they call me captain. I like that shit, I pipe that bitch, I kill that shit assassin. The highest shit you
being able to fit multisyllabics.
Look me up, I've said enough, don't need no hidden captions. I hold it steady, boy, I'm petty, better keep it close. Breeze like confetti, boy, I'm shredded, pull up through the mouse. Don't wanna test me, don't impress me, got them on the ropes. I got their blessings, couldn't check me, y'all a fucking joke. They gon' hate on me, let them fake, let them think. They gon' hate on me They can't reach. They gon' hate on me. Let them fake, let them think.
Look at that motherfucker like.
They gon' hate on me. I'm too hot, they can't reach.
Throw your middle finger up in the air and wave it like you just don't care. Cause when you poppin', love is stopping and the haters get to knocking. Keep the strap unlocked and spray it at the head. Keep the hair spray cool, stay fresh in my clothes. Drip is on another, by the way, we're to your mother. Keep me warm when I need, let me slide in between. But not rough like the street, forced to live on your knees. And the keys stay unlocking, obvious when the options. Blunt stay burning, ain't no something stopping. Said the keys stay unlocking, obvious when the options. Blunt stay burning, ain't no something stopping.
They gon' hate on me. Let them fake, let them think. They gon' hate on me. I'm too hot, they can't reach. They gon' hate on me.
He's bumping this on the way home.
Yeah.
He's turning this up on the way
Goes
home.
hard.
They gon' hate
Yeah,
on me.
sleeper.
Well, parking lot drinking session right quick. You know what I mean? This is. Yo.
The melody's nice, the flows are nice.
Yo, I think I just, and dare I say, I think I just found myself a summer cruising track right there.
Yeah.
That was
It's a cool little track, man. So
That was
check 'em
sincere.
out,
Sorry if I'm late to the
on
party.
YouTube, Honey and T.
Honey and T.
Jae Santiago and T.
T.
The at
@
T and then a 3.
number 3.
So check them out on
Jae
YouTube.
Santiago and
show them
Tate.
some love.
Definitely, because that was
because
fire.
that track goes super hard.
That was fire. I was
I saw
not
it on there and I
expecting
was
that
like,
melody
damn.
and that shit to flame off the way it did.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jae Santiago and Tay and whoever produced that. That was crazy.
Yeah. So shout out to Arrogant Marketing and
Shout out
the
to
whole
Arrogant
team down
Marketing,
there
for sure.
because they always take care of us. And that's it, right?
That's it.
That's about it, huh?
I think that does it.
Yeah. Thanks for vibing out with us. Thanks for letting me ramble
it, y'all.
on for this evening. And,
This
real
was a
quick,
good
one
one.
more time, our prayers and our thoughts go out to Ruidoso and the village
Yes.
of Ruidoso and Little Mountain out there. And we love them with all our hearts. So
To the village Ruidoso.
good energy and
The Rezo
good
Mezcalero.
vibes. And hope the build back is better, right? Because that's what it always is.
Always is.
And we're going to catch you guys on the flip side.
Blessing y'all. Take care.
Peace out.